Oh boy. Remember when I said in the Incredibles review when I first saw the preview for that, I was kinda disappointed that Pixar was moving on to humans? Well, when I saw the preview for Cars, I instantly regretted thinking that. I did not see this movie when it first came out in theaters. My mom and my stepdad at the time did. Mainly because Larry the Cable Guy was in it, and blue-collar comedy was big around the mid-2000s, so Pixar was able to pull in a lot of those fans. The gist of the story is that it's about a race car named Lightning McQueen. And after having a three-way tie for a race for the Piston Cup, he needs to travel to California for this tiebreaker race. But he accidentally gets stranded in the middle of nowhere in a town off of Route 66 called Radiator Springs. And he's stuck there because he destroyed the town's road, and he needs to repave it. And throughout the movie, he learns how to slow down and not take everything so fast, I guess. Now, I don't think this is a bad movie. I don't think it's even the worst Pixar film. It's just so ridiculous. The universe makes no sense. But before I rag on it, let me tell you about what I like about the movie. First of all, the landscapes are beautiful. It was really Pixar's first movie where they had these giant landscapes they could show off. You saw a little bit of stuff like that in Finding Nemo and The Incredibles, but in this you can really tell that they wanted the landscapes to look amazing. The second thing I like is actually the score of the movie. And I'm not talking about the pop songs that are in the soundtrack. I'm talking about the instrumental score. And I especially like the music when you see Doc Hudson take that turn. And the third thing is that I can't hate this movie too much because it produced Cars Land, which is an incredibly fun part of Disney's California Adventure. The Cars ride is really fun, and it actually has some really fantastic animatronics in it. Now I'm going to rag on this movie. When I rewatched this, I just had so many questions. Why is there a boob flashing joke? Are headlights supposed to be boobs? In that case, everybody is exposed. Why are their eyes part of their windshield? Wasn't it established that long ago that anthropomorphic cars should have their headlights as their eyes? When their eyes are on their windshield, it just makes them look like Sonic characters. I mean, either way, it looks weird. What happens to rusty cars when they're not functional? They treat the rusty cars like they're lepers or something. I just imagine that all of the cars that are out of commission go to the dump in Brave Little Toaster and sing Worthless. What does a minivan need a mattress for? What does any car need a mattress for? Who's gonna sleep on it? Humans? That's a human mattress! There aren't any humans in this world! Speaking of which, what do their insides look like if they have doors? And why do they need to lock their doors? There are stereotypes in this movie despite them not being human. There are tire tracks in the sky! I thought planes were in this universe! Why are there tire tracks in the sky? How is it determined what's sentient and what's not sentient? Why isn't Bessie the pavement machine not sentient? I mean, I guess it's because they attach to cars? Kinda like how the trailer is attached to Mac? Why do the tractors have metal udders? And again, why aren't they sentient? I mean, I know they're cows, but they're not intelligent? Also, did the Vietnam War happen in this universe? Why are car butts supposed to be suggestive? Why does that car have a tramp stamp? The bugs are beetles! Volkswagen Beetles!
Get it?
Okay, I know it's easier to nitpick on a movie if you don't like it, but I just don't get this universe. With the other movies, I do kinda get it because it's in the same universe we're in. In Toy Story, toys come to life, but there are still humans around. In Monsters, Inc., it's a completely separate dimension from the human dimension. And in Finding Nemo, it's about animals, yet we're familiar with animals. In this, it's about man-made machines. In this universe, that's all that exists. And I guess plants. The only way I can accept this movie's universe is if I accept the Pixar theory, which I don't really. I mean, it's fun to think about, but I don't really accept it. So, like I said before, I don't think it's a bad movie, I just don't get it. This movie isn't for me, it's for NASCAR people and car people in general. My dad's a fan of NASCAR, and I know he likes this movie. And my friend AC Racebest really likes this movie because he's really into cars. This movie is for them. John Lasseter wanted to make this movie because he loves cars. And I can respect that. It's just not for me. So what are your thoughts on Pixar's Cars? Tell me down in the comments, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Well, by now we're getting a bit used to winter. We're like soldiers in the middle of a campaign, growing hardened to discomfort and better able to take